Hey everyone, welcome to Athens, and welcome back to Now Go See It. We arrived to Athens via Athens Venizelos Airport, Athens' main international airport. We're checking out the city for 2 days before departing on a cruise in the Mediterranean and Adriatic seas. We couldn't be more excited to kick off our 2-day pre-cruise adventure. Athens is a city we've been excited to visit for years. Ancient history, vibrant neighborhoods, incredible food. What more could we ask for? For more information, details, links, and more, visit our website, nowgoseeit.com, linked below. For anyone arriving here, there are a couple of transportation options into the city, but we're keeping it easy and taking public transportation. We're headed to our hotel in the Gazi district. Efficient and inexpensive public transportation connects the entire city of Athens. Gazi is such a cool part of Athens, a neighborhood full of energy, street art, and nightlife, thanks to all the amazing bars and clubs. Tonight, after settling into our hotel, we're going to lean into the jet lag and hit up Shamone, one of the area's most popular spots for music and cocktails. It's early the next morning, and I decided to start the day off with a solo hike up to the Philopappos Monument. It's 7 a.m. in Greece. Elliot's still in bed. I hiked up here to the Philopappos Monument. There's literally no one here. It's amazing. The view of the Acropolis, incredible. You're looking for things to do when you first wake up, or if you're jet lagged, take a hike up here. It takes about 25 minutes from the ground. Amazing. Sunrise here is absolutely stunning. It's the perfect spot to soak in Athens from above. I have a clear view of the Acropolis lit up by the morning sun. This is a great spot for photos or just soaking in the historic city around you. After that epic sunrise, we're back together to explore Plaka, the oldest neighborhood in Athens. This district is packed with everything from ancient ruins to charming narrow streets and picturesque houses. If you're here, get ready to shop because Plaka is full of souvenir stores, boutiques, and artisan shops where you can find unique Greek crafts, jewelry, hand-painted ceramics, and much more. This place is definitely where you want to pick up gifts and keepsakes. And the food scene? Incredible. Plaka is packed with quaint traditional tavernas. I'm talking about places that have been serving generations with incredible Greek dishes like moussaka, grilled octopus, and delicious local lamb.
Listen, when you're in Athens, you need the essentials. Windex cures everything.
Rash. Somebody gave me the mati.
Put some Windex.
Oh, God, please.
If you're a fan of Greek wines, don't skip the wine options here. They're impressive and pair perfectly with the flavors of food. Plaka really is a magical, lively district that feels like it's pulled straight out of another era, but with a modern vibe. Next, we're making our way down Ermo Street, a pedestrian avenue lined with modern shops and big-name brands, as well as a few smaller unique stores. At the end of Ermo is Monastarakis Square, one of the busiest and most iconic spots in Athens. This square has a blend of modern and ancient elements. You're surrounded by historic churches, a 19th century mosque, and plenty of traditional markets. It's an amazing place for people watching, with local musicians playing and vendors selling everything from handcrafted leather sandals to spices and antiques. Now it's time for a deep dive into ancient Athens. We're starting with the ancient Agora, which was the heart of the city in ancient times, where Athenians would gather to talk politics, philosophy, and catch up on the news of the day. Walking through the ruins here, you really get a sense of the daily life that happened thousands of years ago. The Temple of Ephesus is one of the best preserved temples in Greece. It's a beautiful structure with intricate columns and carvings still intact. Included in admission is a visit to the Museum of the Ancient Agora, where you can see artifacts, statues, and ancient coins. They have pottery and household items that help you imagine what life was like here centuries ago.
This museum, it's a lot like Grindr. A lot of torso, not a lot of head.
Then, of course, at the top of the hill, there's the Acropolis itself. This iconic monument holds the Parthenon dedicated to Athena and several other impressive structures like the Erechtheion with its famous stone support statues. The sight of these ancient buildings up close is unforgettable. There's a feeling of being surrounded by centuries of history as you walk around. It's an absolute must for anyone visiting Athens. For lunch, we're headed to a spot that's famous with locals and visitors alike. Lycabettus. This place serves up authentic Greek flavors with a spread of meats, cheeses, and fresh bread that feels like the ultimate Greek food experience. Their smoked sausages from Drama have this rich, savory taste, and the domatos, grape leaves stuffed with rice and herbs, are perfectly tender. The meat and cheese selection is incredible, especially the spicy cheese salad. The traditional Greek salad here is as fresh as it gets. They also serve warm, crusty bread to go with everything. and believe me, you want every last bite to scoop up the flavors. It's a traditional Greek meal that's all about quality, simplicity, and fresh ingredients. Definitely one of the best food stops in Athens.
It's delish.
After that delicious lunch, it's time for dessert. We're headed to Lycabettus for their famous Greek donut balls. These golden bites are crispy on the outside and soft inside. Topped with honey, cinnamon, or even chocolate, Lycabettus have been a Greek favorite for centuries.
This is the original, so we're going to give it a whirl. Ooh, it's a little crispy. Drizzled in honey. Hot off the press, hot off the press. It's good.
To cap off the day, we're visiting TAF, a bar that doubles as an art gallery. It's such a cool and creative space where you can check out contemporary art while sipping on unique drinks.
We're going to try some raki, R-A-K-I. It is a Turkish liqueur made from grapes.
Elliot is trying raki, a traditional Turkish drink that's strong, flavorful, and definitely leaves an impression. Speaking of dessert, don't forget to try some baklava while you're here. We stumbled upon a unique drink called coffee tonic. It's a mix of tonic water and espresso topped with lime syrup. It's a great warm weather coffee drink.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's mostly the tonic and the lime flavor, but you get a little hint of coffee. Yeah, it's nice.
Next up is one of the best views in Athens, Lycabettus Hill.
So we're going to go to the top of this giant hill. We're going to walk up it. It's about a 16 minutes, but it'll feel more like 16 miles.
At the start, the path winds through shady pine trees, giving you glimpses of the city as you climb. When you reach the summit, it's so worth it. From here, you get a sweeping, panoramic view of Athens with the Acropolis in clear view and the sea stretching out towards the horizon. If you're short on time or want to save on your legs, you can also take the Lycabettus funicular, which climbs right up to the top. But honestly, there's something special about earning that view by making the climb. Once up here, you really get a sense of just how spread out and historic the city is. After Lycabettus, we're wandering around the surrounding neighborhood full of cafes and small boutiques. We decided to stop at Akio to try their moussaka. It's a creamy Greek dish layered with eggplant, ground meat, and just the right amount of spice. A perfect hearty bite of Greek tradition. If you're looking for a one-of-a-kind dining experience, try Dinner in the Sky, where you can actually have dinner on a table suspended above the city. Even though we were intrigued, we were quite happy with our ground-based dinner. To end the night, we're grabbing drinks at the theater train at Roof. This isn't your typical bar. It's an old train converted into a theater and bar. With vintage decor and an eclectic vibe, it's a spot that's a bit off the beaten path, but gives you an entirely different side of Athens. Strangely, we were the only people there. On cruise departure morning, we're making the most of our time with a quick stop at the Monastiraki flea market. This market is filled with everything from antique jewelry to handcrafted leather goods and vintage knickknacks. It's a perfect mix of trash and treasure. Vendors line the streets with tables full of curiosities, so you never know what you might find. You can always try a bit of friendly price haggling here. The vibe is lively, and the market really captures the essence of Athens' mix of old and new. With the Acropolis towering in the background, it's a fantastic way to pick up some last-minute souvenirs and get swept up in the local energy one last time. For lunch, we're back in Plaka, dining at Gyros to Moria. We're going for the full Greek sampler platter. It's packed with everything from creamy tzatziki to grilled souvlaki. We also ordered Greek coffee, which is rich and brewed strong. It's traditionally served with a little sweetness, but without milk. It's the perfect companion to our meal, giving us that final taste of Athens. As we make our way to the port to board our cruise, we're already reminiscing about the incredible time we had in Athens. We saw so much in just 2 days, from ancient wonders to modern flavors. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us for this adventure. Don't forget to visit our website, nowgoseeit.com, for Athens port guides, a full guide of the Plaka neighborhood, and so much more. Please also subscribe to the channel and like and share our videos. Now go see Athens.